Trzeba
Zawsze
zmienić.
zawsze mój
Nazwę
zmysł
trzeba
jest.
zmienić. You know?
No to nie ten. Dobra, ja się chowam, bo znowu będę.
Trzeba zmienić.
Zawsze mój
Nazwę
zmysł
trzeba
jest.
zmienić. You know?
No to
Always,
ten.
always
Dobra, ja się
before we
chowam, bo
start
znowu
we have
będę.
something.
Oh, what is that?
Trzeba zmienić.
Zawsze mój
Nazwę trzeba zmienić. You know?
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Always, always before we start we have something.
Oh, funny. Oh, what is that?
Nazwę trzeba zmienić.
Okay, 1 second.
No.
Sorry.
I changed the name.
Okay.
Kaching. And we are on. Now we can start it. Hello everyone and welcome. Today I have absolute pleasure for introducing an extraordinary guest, Kristie Chapman. She is an entrepreneur, speaker, a trainer, wellness advocate, and a true leader who has inspired thousands of people around the world. With more 20 years of experience, she has helped people improve their health, build financial freedom, and live with a greater purpose as like two-star executive with LifeWave, the founder of Team Freedom,
Team Freedom, yeah?
Team Freedom, and president of the brand of Project 24/7.
Correct.
So
Yes.
please welcome Kristie Chapman, and yes, maybe you can tell a little bit more about you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure meeting you when we were in Utah. And yeah, so I've been with LifeWave for, it'll be 5 years coming next month. And I started because I hurt my foot. And I thank God every day that I hurt my foot because it opened my eyes to a whole way of technology that I wasn't familiar with, and this beautiful company that we are a part of called LifeWave. And I'll share my story in a little bit. So I'm very grateful to be here and be able to share my story with you guys.
Actually, my story with LifeWave also start from the foot because I
It
was,
did.
yeah, I was a football player, soccer, and I get some samples. So before the match, I have a pain, so I put the ice wave, and then suddenly, boff, pain was gone. And I think to myself, yeah, something interesting. It must be in this stuff. So I put another one on my knee. I feel excellent when I play football. So I think yes, I need to go in that.
Definitely. That's what happened with me too. So don't laugh, but I was 51 at the time and I just got off the couch wrong. And I don't even know, it didn't even hurt when I got off the couch, but I think I broke my pinky toe. And
Okay.
it got bruised and swollen, and I couldn't walk on it for 2 weeks. And I couldn't go work out because I used to do bar cardio where you're on your tippy toes. And, couldn't wear the high heels, couldn't walk on it properly for 2 weeks. And then a friend of mine, we were also a business partner in a previous network marketing company. He said, "What's wrong with your foot?" When I saw him for lunch, and I said, "Well, I hurt my foot." And he said, "Well, why don't you try these patches I've been using?" I used them because a friend shared with me because of my shoulder and my back pain.
Mhm.
And he was going to have shoulder surgery. And his pain went from like a 9 down to a 2 within 12 hours. And I said, "Well, I have nothing to lose. I don't know what a little Band-Aid, a little circle patch like this
Yeah.
is going to do for my foot, but I'll try it." And I put it directly on my pain. It was X39 that I put on my pain. And within 2.5 hours, my pain went away. And that's when I thought, my goodness, I know people that need this. I know people, pain, inflammation, stress, lack of sleep, focus, energy.
Everything.
Yeah. And
Almost.
then what got me, because remember, I was in my 50s, still am, but I was like, oh, age reversal. I am very interested in age reversal. I know anti-aging, but I never heard anybody say there was a technology for age reversal. And after hearing a lot of the stories, and I actually flew to Utah to check out the company.
So
I don't
you
know if I told you this story, but
no?
I went to Utah with my sponsor, another business partner of mine, and then I met my upline, Therese Santos, and then I met the corporate staff, and I got to meet David on Zoom. And
Okay.
this visit to Utah, it was amazing, but not quite like what we just experienced a couple weeks ago. The corporate office was on the second story of a bank. I don't even know if they had anything on the walls. It was very small. And I thought to myself, wow, this is
Global company.
a
Hello.
global company, and this was a satellite office. So I was like, well, it looks like there's a lot of opportunity here for us to grow and to share because we were even though we were about 17 years old, it was such a small company at the time. And
Yes.
then now look at us. I mean, we've grown leaps and bounds over the last 5 years since I've been in. So I decided to say yes, and it's been a true blessing in so many ways.
Yes, we're growing very fast and we get more and more beautiful awards. So we are in the
Yes.
right place and the right time, actually.
Absolutely. We're like a 22-year-old startup company, is
Mm.
really what we are. We're just getting started, scratching the surface. And, when we got to experience the Welcome Center a couple of weeks ago, I mean, just the technology that David has, our scientist has in store for us, it's
Yes.
truly remarkable.
It's just the beginning, actually. And the
Yes.
supplement now and the water machine that we can get in the States, we're waiting for this machine when it came to Europe, so we can share with the water with all of the people.
Oh, the stories coming from the water machine is amazing.
I heard
Amazing.
that.
Yes, you're gonna love it. I can't
Yeah.
wait for you guys to get it. It took me 4 years, I think almost 5 years, because I learned about it when I first started. And so it took a while for me to get it, but we drink it every single day. It's amazing.
Okay. What kind of feel you different? You have the machine.
Yes. So
So
we got the machine early.
Mhm.
And so I'll share a story with my daughter. So my daughter uses Eon and X39 for her panic attacks and anxiety.
Mhm.
And she's 25, and she's also using them for just the age reversal benefits as well, even though she's young. But a lot of younger people, they're doing Botox. They're actually
Yeah.
doing peptide injections and GHKCU injections because they want to stay young. And so I said, why don't you use this instead? This is a natural technology that is not going to be harmful to you instead of injecting stuff into your body. And so she started using it. Her panic attacks are gone away. Her anxiety's gone away. But she lived with us for 4 months when we had the water machine. And it really, after just one glass of drinking this water, my daughter said to me, Mom, I can feel this water already, and you are going to bless a lot of people with this technology. And she said, God is going to do big things.
Oh my God.
And it helped her with her mood. It regulated her mood to where she just felt really good. And then to the point where she moved out. And so for the last 7 months, we've been giving, because the light infused water only lasts about 4 hours or so, 4 to 5 hours with the light, 6 wavelengths of light. So we've been delivering water to her every morning for 7 months. And this week, I just bought her a machine of her own. So she's very grateful. And I said to her, I said, Alexis, I'm so glad that you like this water. She said, No, Mom, I love this water.
Beautiful.
She's
Yes.
like, this water has changed my life. And I'm like, that's such a great thing to hear from your daughter, that she
Incredible.
truly loves the benefits. For me, because I've been using the technology of X39 and our phototherapy patches for, 5 years, I I feel really good. So I know the water's doing a lot of good for me internally. When I do notice it is when I'm traveling and I can't drink it. It's just that overall mood, the energy, the improved sleep even more. So those are the things that I really feel. But I know on the inside, it's doing incredible things for me on the inside. And that's why I drink it every day. And I'll never stop. And I love the taste of it. It just
Okay.
tastes so clean and so smooth.
Actually, in Norway, we have one of the best water in Europe, but
Yes.
still, this is not the same water what we get from this machine. And I heard of stories that people after morning shower they put a glass of the water and fill of the body or spray it in the face, so they feel like the energy coming by the cells on the skin.
Yes, I started doing that. Actually, I just did it again today, this morning. So yeah, I'm definitely doing that. When I remember, sometimes I forget, but when I remember, I'm definitely doing that. Because my friend said that she went to her hairstylist and her hairstylist couldn't believe because she does put a full glass after she takes a shower, she puts a full glass over her head. And her hairstylist is like, you have no buildup on your hair, and your hair is so healthy now. She's like, I
You
can't believe it.
you heard the story of this girl that we was meeting in the center?
No, I didn't hear.
She tell us that always she make nails like artificial, like implants or something like that. But now, after when she using this water, I don't remember how long, but her hair was beautiful, long, and the nails was like that, and it was her natural nails, and she said that never in her life she can grow that long nails. So
That
I
is
don't know.
amazing.
I don't know what we can get after this water when we start drinking this.
Yes. And so I was one of the first people to get the water. So I kind of opened my home. I called it like a water hole. I had people coming over all the time getting the water, especially my team, because, I got the water because of them. I hit a
Mm.
rank to where I could get it first. And so the ones that have health challenges are the ones that feel it very quickly. If they have pain in the body, or I've had people come over with migraines. I've had people that were exhausted, maybe jet lag, different things. And all, with one glass of drinking the water, they felt improvement, which is incredible.
I can understand because if you are healthy, if you do right things or your day and you have right lifestyle, so maybe you don't feel the benefits from the patches from the water just like that if you don't have a health problem. But people that struggle with pain and things like that, so they can feel everything what they can get from LifeWave, from patches, and from water machine very quickly.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And it's fun to experience that, when people come over and they're like, "Oh, wow."
If they
And
get
I've
wow
had
effect.
Yeah, and I've had people say, that they weren't going to buy the machine until they tried it, and then they were like, "Okay, I want to get this machine. I like the way I'm feeling." So it's
Nice.
fun. It's fun sharing.
When we was in Utah, so you share with me your magnificent story with your son. Maybe you can tell something more about this. I can.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is why I thank God every day that I hurt my foot, because I started building the business organically for 4 months, and then my son got in a motorcycle accident, and he was fully geared, but he got cut off and he flew 50 feet. And when that happened, his helmet damaged his artery, and it caused him to have several strokes, traumatic brain injury, a brain bleed, seizures, and he also had COVID, MRSA, and pneumonia. And so he was in really, really bad shape. He was in a coma for 2.5 weeks. We were out of town when we got the phone call, and they said that you need to come home. We don't think your son is going to make it. He was in a motorcycle accident. And so, immediately got my prayer warriors out there, but I thought to myself, I need to get this technology on him as soon as possible. So that was Andrew when I first saw him in the COVID ICU unit. And they didn't know if he was going to wake up.
Hmm.
I gave the doctor, or actually, I gave the nurse a brochure because I couldn't see the doctor. It was COVID time, so I could only go at night. And then the doctors always come during the day. So I gave her a brochure. I said, can we put these patches on my son? I truly believe they're going to help him recover from this accident. And the doctor said yes. And the reason why she said yes, because most of the times doctors, especially in the United States, they say no to anything external coming in, especially a COVID ICU unit. So she said yes because she knew about the technology, because someone shared with her 2 years before. And so I always tell people, now that you know about this technology, don't keep it a secret, because you never know what your one share is going to do for somebody else.
Hmm.
So I found out 8 months later who shared with Andrew's doctor, and I'm eternally grateful for Shelley for doing that. So we put these patches on Andrew, and within 2.5 weeks, he woke up from his coma. We didn't know if he was going to be brain dead or not. But shortly afterwards, his long-term and short-term memory was intact. He was remembering things that I didn't think he would remember with the kind of brain injury that he had. He also, half of his face was droopy, and he couldn't use the left side of his body because of the strokes. And very quickly, his face became normal, and he started using the left side of his body. He started learning how to walk again. His trach, he got his trach out. After he got his trach out, the wound, because one of the things that patches do is rapid wound healing.
Hmm.
And trach healed so quickly. I put the patch right by his trach, and it healed very quickly, and he was eating within hours. Normally people have to learn how to swallow again, but he was eating food right away. Then they told me that it would probably take a year or two for Andrew to get through his rehab. He had to go through extensive rehab. And let me share with you also, he shattered his kneecap, tore every tendon and ligament in his knee, shattered his wrist. The doctor said it was like dust, 5 broken ribs, collapsed lungs, and a bruised liver, on top of the brain damage and the COVID, MRSA, and pneumonia. So Andrew started going through rehab, and again, they told us it'd take about a year or two to fully recover. So I was prepared that I was going to, be there with him during this whole time. And luckily, I was running a cell phone, still running a cell phone business. I could run my business. I never had to worry about income because I could do it in the nooks and crannies of my life, at the hospital, at the rehab, wherever I was, I could run my business, and it was building organically. So I'm grateful for the financial side too. But Andrew got out of the hospital in 2 weeks or 2 months, which was record-breaking.
Out from hospital.
Yes. So coma for 2.5 weeks, out of the hospital in 2 months, record-breaking time. At month 3, like, my husband and I took turns taking care of him, or being with him at his apartment. At month 3, he said, "Mom, I'm good. I can do this. I can be here by myself. I need my I need my independence back." He was 19 at the time.
Yes.
And so that was month 3. Month 4, he got rid of all of his medications. He was on, pain medication, gabapentin, and some other things. He got rid of all of his pain medication. He had neuropathy. His neuropathy went away. He also had drop foot, and they thought that he was going to have to wear a brace for the rest of his life. But at month 4, he got rid of his brace, so he doesn't wear that anymore.
I have a
And yeah, month 5, he went to a 2-day concert. And if you know anything about brain injuries, they're very sensitive to light and loud noise. And Andrew had the time of his life for 2 days. It was 8 hours a day. So he had 10 total surgeries too. And he was dancing and having the time of his life. I'm at home praying because I was so worried, but he had so much fun. And then this is month 6. He graduated from his extensive rehab program. This is start to finish 6 months. Remember, they said it was going to take a year or two.
Or two.
There are 4 men. He was the worst going in, and he was the first one to graduate.
Incredible.
And a year and a half later, the doctor said, do you think that it is your, first of all, he said, I've been a doctor for decades. I've never seen anybody live through what you've been through, let alone survive and do as well as you're doing. Do you think it's your mom's technology? And we always give God the glory. God gives us tools to heal the body. But I truly believe that this technology helped Andrew heal in a very miraculous way.
This is incredible story.
Yes. And so I'm never going to stop sharing. I will share with everybody for what it's done for my daughter, because during the time they're very close and they live together, and she was having a lot of panic attacks. And that's when I started giving her the Eon and X39 patches, and they helped her a lot with the panic attacks and anxiety. So I'll never stop sharing with people because of what it's done for just my children alone.
But another question about also health problems with the new people, new clients, and in this 5 years experience. I don't know. I know we are in that kind of sector that we cannot talk a lot about the sickness and name them, but maybe you can mention who came to you most of it, have problems with what kind of issues people coming to you.
Yeah, so I tell people we can help people mentally, emotionally, and physically. And physically, it can be, so I say symptoms of chronic illnesses. We can help with symptoms of chronic illnesses. We can't say that we're curing anything.
No.
However, I've seen some things, but I help a lot of people with pain and inflammation. I think stress, sleep, energy, those are the things that people really are needing help with. And then, of course, symptoms of other things as well. And I call them miracle patches. I've seen so many miracles happen. Can I share one that I don't know if it's compliant, but I'll share a story of somebody that just came to one of my events. Didn't know her. She came in with a walker, and I was thinking, boy, she needs the patches, we can help her with, maybe she has to be in pain if she's in a walker. I asked if anybody would share a testimony, and she came up and shared that she was in an accident, and she broke her neck and broke her back. And she said the doctor said she'd be paralyzed for the rest of her life. And she has had fibromyalgia too, and some other health issues. Her friend, which I don't even know who her friend is, they're not on my team. Her friend shared the patches and say, you just have to try these patches for 6 months. Try them for 6 months. And she did. And she walked in a walker.
Beautiful.
And her fibromyalgia symptoms are gone.
All
the symptoms are gone. And she said today she is pain-free. And so I tell people when they ask what I do, I tell them that I help change the way people age.
Beautiful.
And so many things that we can do to help people change the way they age. Because as we age, things start to decline. And, and we can change that for people and help them live a better, longer quality of life, which is so rewarding.
Exactly, because I always say it's no point to live 100 years. So when this last 20 or 30 years you need to spend on the doctor office or live with the pain, chronic disease or something like that, that this is most important, that we can, like you say, we can change the way how they gonna age.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's powerful.
It's powerful. So I have a question about how we can build business, ethical business with helping people with the health. So I think here we have an answer for this question because we can actually.
Absolutely. And I have found, so I've been in this industry for 20 years and I've sold some pretty amazing products. Nothing quite like this technology and nothing quite like our scientist and our CEO. He truly is an incredible human being, very intelligent, and he works and sees things way into the future. I always tell people he sees problems in the world and he figures out how to solve them. And he's done that in so many ways. We have 250 patents. So it really does build organically. This is the first time I've had a business where people use the product. It works so well that it just organically starts turning into a business. I've had so many people say, I'll use the patches, but I'm not going to do the business. And I tell them that's okay. And then eventually they're like, okay, well, I have an aunt and a coworker and a neighbor and the lady I met at the grocery store, and the list goes on because there's so many people that need what we have. And so then at that time they can just upgrade to be a brand partner with us and start sharing and earning additional income. And like with my story with Andrew, I needed this technology and this opportunity so that I could be with Andrew every single day for those 6 months that he needed me. If I had a job, I would have had to take a cut in pay or quit my job because I would have. And then I might have had to worry about income. And the whole time, I never had to worry about income. I never had to worry about our finances and it just started building organically. And it was a beautiful thing. And so you never know when you can use additional income or this technology, because this technology is not just for people that are sick or hurt. It's prevention too, because I've hurt myself in the last 5 years, and you put the patch on your injury, and within sometimes minutes, weeks, month, my knee pain took a month because I really hurt my knee at the gym, but it's gone.
It's gone, of
Pain's
course.
gone. I didn't have to go get an X-ray or an MRI or go to the doctor. I used to get bronchitis, sinus infections, and allergies every year, be on medication, go to the doctor. I don't have to do that anymore. I don't get sick anymore,
Nope.
which is
And but
so
if it's
amazing.
come, so it stays like maybe 2, max 3 days, and it's gone.
Yeah. Yes. Changing
But
the way we age.
I know what you mean because if we go back to business also, just want to ask you because maybe it was the same like I feel. You recognize the business opportunity from the first day, or you need to wait a little bit to come to this point that okay, maybe I will make money on this stuff.
Yeah. So
How long it take?
some people are very quick to be like, yeah, I'm jumping on board. For me, I started literally August 11th, 5 years ago. So 5 years on August 11th will be my anniversary. And then I went to Utah and I heard the stories, and then I started on September 1st. So it took me 3 weeks, but I was in a different company and I had to make sure that if I were to make this move, that it was a right fit for me and that I could trust everything, right? I could trust the scientist, I could trust the CEO, I could trust that this was going to be something, because I personally want to build a business and leave a legacy for my family. That's why I'm in this industry. I want to build something special, help a lot of people while I'm here, but then will this to my children and let them benefit from it for decades to come. I want to change and help change their financial story.
It was with me. It was like that in the beginning. I buy the products for me, for my family, for testing, and I get opportunity to join a 40 days challenge that I can learn about the products, about the business, how to sell, and things like that. first of all, of course, I say, no, 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 no. I just want to use. I don't want to make a business. I have my job. I don't want to anymore. So in the last call, I say, okay, I started. So after this 40 days, we have an event. And then when I go to this event and I meet those people and hear these stories, so I say, oh, no, 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 no. I am full in.
Yeah, it's the stories. I love that we have science. I love that we have patents, but it's the stories that really moved me too. It was the stories. And I heard the stories and I was like, okay, I know people that need this. And it's affordable. Like it really truly is affordable for the masses to use. And it's so easy. You just peel and stick. You don't have to take supplements or it's not a shake. It's just
No?
something you peel and stick, and it's non-transdermal. Nothing is going to interfere with what you're doing. So we're just using light from our body.
But sometimes this is most difficult problem to solve because people don't understand that if they don't put something in their mouth, in your body, that doesn't work. How the
Yeah,
plastic can work. So the point when we need to work a little bit on this. But how it was your
that's going to change. That's
yeah,
going
yeah,
to change over time. The more, we have the code of creation coming out, we have the world's oldest intern, and all these awards that we're getting, our scientist is getting. The world is going to wake up to this technology. It's kind of like this in the beginning. Nobody thought there would be a computer that we would have on our on our
yeah.
ear 24/7. But now we get this technology. They're going to understand this technology in the near future. We just have to be patient.
Of course, we say that in a couple of while, like 5 or 10 years, so everybody will go
Oh,
in the street with the patches and the head everywhere in the body.
yes. It will be. It will be. I can fully see it now that we're all going to be wearing this technology, and it's going to be a beautiful thing.
Yes, I'm for sure. What about your journey in leadership? How your team grows? How long time it takes to build that kind of big team that you are in the place like you are now?
Yeah, so for me, I will just be real honest with you. It has taken some time, but it's gradually grown, and like I said, it's grown organically. So I have a lot of people on my team doing a little bit, and then I have some that are doing a little bit more than that, right? And majority of them though came in and said they didn't want to build anything. But again, they saw what this was doing for people and they just started sharing organically. And I always go with this is their journey. So I go at their speed. So however they want to start building the business, if they want to come in and, get going, because we have this new business launch bonus and they want to launch their business, we have an opportunity for them to jump on a Zoom and we can launch them. If they want to build more organically by using it and sharing it with a few people like you did, you were sharing it with family and friends at first and grow that way. That's their journey. So I just support them with whatever it is that they want to do. And then just encourage them that the ones that do want more, that they're worthy of greatness. So we do focus a lot on personal development. And a great book that we read in our team is called The Complete Works of Florence Chin. And it's such a good book when it comes to just it's 4 books within a book. And one of the books in there is Your Word is Your Wand.
Your word is
Your
your
word, yeah, your word is your wand. So just be very careful at how you talk to yourself. I'll send it to you. It's an audio, but it's Complete Works of Florence Chin. And it's a really powerful book. We started actually listening to it about a year and a half ago, and I've really seen some leaders that have taken a hold of this concept, and it's changed them. They're doing things to step out into leadership too, and doing some of those uncomfortable, or we say like stepping into the light, stepping into greatness, stepping into something that might be uncomfortable, but it's really stepping into their light so that they can, achieve more and help more people. And I've watched some leaders grow beautifully through that
Yes,
book,
this is incredible, like they
and
grow.
changing their words and their thoughts on what they say.
Quantum
Yeah.
physics, yes. Change
Yes.
your thoughts and then you can change your life and the world around
Yes.
you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Kristie, when we're getting older, but just on the number, not
Yes.
not physically, um, we have more and more experience, and sometimes we think that maybe some things we can make different, some things we can avoid. So when you look back in this 5 years, so maybe you have some things that you can make different, avoid some things, make better.
Yeah, I think probably something that I would change if I were to go back 5 years with LifeWave is I would say yes to more opportunities instead of getting held back because of fear. So I would now I'm stepping into light and I am doing things that I normally, might be uncomfortable for me. And so now I do live events, I do podcasts, I do Zooms for my team and training. And I've even done a couple corporate events, which were very scary for me.
Yes,
And but every time I do it, I learn and I grow. And, I don't do it with perfection always, but that's okay. Um, because every time you have an opportunity to do something that might be uncomfortable, there is an opportunity for growth. And so I think I would have stepped into that sooner than later, and also encouraging my team to do the same thing. Because sometimes when I'm afraid to do something, I don't encourage my team to do it and my leaders to do it. So I think that's another thing that I would step into my light and then encourage them to step into their light. I would have done it much sooner. I'm doing it now, and it's still a work in progress, right? With my team, because sometimes I'll do events for my team, which I need to just empower them to do their own events because they're capable. Um, and then also another thing that I'm working on as well is not doing so much for so many people. Because I used to be just like I would help people so much with everything. And I need to really empower my leaders and my team to find the answers themselves and to do some things themselves instead of me just doing it for them.
exactly. Because you need to learn
Allow
them how to be, you are the leader that you learn another leader how to find the things and solve the problems.
Yes.
So we
Yep.
can say that this is advice for the new brand partners that they learn by themselves much faster and
Yes. And I mean, we're here to guide them every step of the way, but not necessarily do it for them every step of the way.
of course because
And really identifying the new people that want to launch, so I'll ask those questions where before I didn't really ask those questions. So I'll identify, do you want to, how fast, first of all, do you want to use the technology, or would you like to build a business? And if they say I'd like to build a business, then I'll ask if they want to do it organically with some family, friends, and neighbors, or do they want to really fully launch it? And let's make your list and let's have a party, whether it's Zoom or live, and let's, get that business launch bonus for you. Because
no.
the sooner you can get them some income, the happier they'll be.
And they continue, they will not quit.
Yes. Yes. I just recently got a new brand partner. She joined and she sold a water machine, and to earn that kind of income, She earned $1,500. She got a customer because we have a little bonus going on right now, and the customer got the water machine. So to see that kind of income in her back office, she was ecstatic, and she's a single mom.
So this is actually a good start for my next question about significant income that we can make in LifeWave. It also depends from country to country, because if you live in States maybe and you have quite high salary, so or you can live in Romania, so you can have like a couple $100. So it's difference between those countries. But what you think, how we can, if it's possible to make significant money with LifeWave?
Oh, absolutely. The sky's the limit. We have people that are in their 20s that are doing very well. And, the demographic when I first started, well, I learned that the average age is 62, but there's so much room for the younger population. And we're starting to see younger people getting involved too, because quite frankly, I think everybody could use a little bit of extra money right now. I don't know, in the States, gas prices, food prices, everything's going up, housing, and not our income. And so an extra $1,000 a month, $500 a month even, 2,000 a month, but the sky's the limit. We can truly build a legacy here. And there are people making real significant money here. Network marketing is a $253 billion industry. $253 billion industry. And it's poised to be a $4 billion industry in the next 7 years. And LifeWave is now 3 years in a row, fastest growing company in our industry.
Yep.
So this is a real industry. This is a real opportunity. You treat this like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. But if you treat this like a business, it will pay you like a business.
Very nice.
And it'll pay you very well.
I see our brand partners, how they grow, and where where they are, which position they are, because sometimes they have ordinary jobs and they are afraid about the income, about what happened when they quit. But some things happen in their life and they quit the jobs, and suddenly they see that they can earn 3 or 4 times more in a month that in their past ordinary job. So when I tell that kind of things to new potential brand partners, they look at me and say, "You cheating? It's not true. It's not true." I say, "Why? Why I can say it's not true? Why I want to cheat you? This is real histories that people make by them work every day."
Yes. And it's residual income. This is income that's happening. The income that I make is, some of it is stuff that I did 5 years ago.
Mhm.
People that are still ordering 5 years ago, brand partners that started 5 years ago, and it just builds and builds and builds. And then with the technology that's coming in the future, now is a really good time to join this company, for sure.
For sure, this is the time momentum, and if someone say that this is bullshit, so he don't know what he say.
Mhm. Yeah, it just, you just have to appreciate people where they're at, and they'll wake up to the light in at their perfect divine time.
Yep.
So I'll tell you, it took my husband 11 months to use these patches. 11 months, and he started because he had a bone spur.
Mhm.
And he could hardly walk. And I finally just said, will you please put these patches on? I gave him a sleeve at X39. Within a month, his bone spur pain went away. I don't know if the bone spur is gone, but the pain went away. And now he wears them all the time. And then it took almost 5 years for him to actually start working the business with me. And I told you before we started that he went to Utah, went to the Welcome Center, saw what was happening in the future, and was like, okay, the time is now. I'm not going to wait till I retire. I'm going to start now. I'm going to help you with this business and share this with people. And it was the stories too, that really, the income stories and the technology stories, the healing stories, those, they changed his, but he had to see it himself. He heard it from
Of
me,
course.
but he
Of
had
course.
to see it for himself. So it was his perfect timing.
Like our parents, when we was young, they say don't do that, they don't that, but we don't learn if we don't try by ourselves. So
Yes.
experience, experience, experience.
Yep.
Besides
And
the benefit, yeah, yeah,
I never pushed him into the business. I always said, wouldn't it be nice? Because we've done network marketing together before, but he has a very stressful job right now. And he's hopefully going to retire in the next 2 years, but maybe now sooner. Maybe now it'll be a year. So, and he said, maybe I'll help when I retire. We'll see. And I never pushed him, but I was very happy when he said, you know what, let's do this together when we were done with the trip in Utah. It was a
yeah,
powerful trip.
nice,
One of my best trips in my career.
beautiful. This is my plan, to not wait for a retire, to build a financial freedom before.
Yes,
That's why
yes.
I always looking for something extra, something that I can make passive income in my life. So and
Yeah.
then LifeWave came to me second time, and when it came second time, so I said, okay, it must be something. The universe telling me you need to do that. So
Yes.
my life changed when I start doing LifeWave like 180 degrees, and
Yes. Yes. You have a great story.
beside financial rewards, what keep you going in and helping people with LifeWave? What is your gasoline to do it and do it all the time?
I feel like I have a moral obligation to share with people. This is my mission. This is my purpose. I absolutely love it because of what it's done for my kids and my family and so many other people that I've shared with. I'll never stop. And so if I see somebody that needs what we have, I'm going to share it with them. Or even, I went to my naturopath doctor. He didn't need it necessarily, but he has an audience and I absolutely shared it with him. And he's interested. So I'm very excited. I love when I hear doctors that are open-minded to another way of helping people. So it's my purpose. It's my mission and I will never stop. So that's what drives me every day is just helping people.
Because also you are helping people with mental problems.
Yeah, so I am on the board of directors for a suicide prevention mobile app as well. So I got that opportunity earlier this year, and that has been very rewarding. It's an app, anybody can download it. It's called Project 24/7. It's free, and it's a tool for people to use that are maybe going through counseling or are having suicidal thoughts. It's a very powerful tool. And my daughter was there at one point in time, so that is another thing that's important to me too, is just um, making sure that people know they're not alone.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so that's a free tool for people, and we've helped a lot of people
So it's
with
also in multiple languages?
that's a really good question. I'll have to find out if it's in multiple languages. I'll
Because
get back to you.
I have a friend actually that he was also in I can say that kind of problem. So, but he make he tried to take his life. So, but he is still with us,
Oh,
and
good.
yes, and I also try to help him with the LifeWave. So he
Yeah.
get patches from me, and actually they making a TV program about the mental health here in Norway. So
Oh, good.
he is the main actor actually. Uh,
Wow, that's amazing.
yes, this is very, very nice. So we stay in touch. So he's wearing the patches and making
Good.
video, and we're gonna see how long it goes with him, and I hope he will put himself like 100%. He's a musician actually, so when I was visiting
Oh,
him last weekend, so he said that he gonna drive around the Europe and making concerts
oh, that's wonderful.
and helping
That's
people,
great.
also talking about his story and helping
Oh,
with a lot of
good.
stuff.
Good. Good.
Hmm.
That's great to hear. Yeah, I will definitely find out if it's in other languages for sure.
Because if we have this, so we can share this app with
Yes.
many people around the world, so they can get help. And let's
Yes.
say they will know that they are not alone in this world,
Yes.
because this is the most problem. People are alone. They don't have a target in their life, so they don't know what to do. They often drinking alcohol, doing drugs, and then it goes like that. And yes,
Yes.
we know how it ends.
Yes.
The most of the
Absolutely.
examples. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is the real problem actually in those today's times, because we can have connection like with you. You are in the States and we can talk, but actually people get more and more alone, lonely.
Yes. Yes.
We don't meet each other anymore like we do it before.
Yes, absolutely. That's why here in the States, I do a lot of live events. So I'm actually doing one tonight. So we get together several times a month, and we've been doing that for ever since Andrew was done with rehab. We started doing patch parties, live events, team events, and we get together through Zoom too. But um, we get together always, every month we get together so we can build community.
Nice. We have a plan also that we can make that kind of events in our garden, but we are all the time somewhere or driving, visiting, flying, so it's really,
Yeah,
really difficult. A lot of to do
yeah,
work.
yeah. Well, you're still connecting with people when you're traveling like that, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that's very good.
Yeah.
Kristie, looking ahead of how do you see the future in LifeWave and the network marketing industry over the coming years?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, it's going to be a $400 billion industry. So there's a lot of room for growth going from 253 billion to 400 billion. And we're in the fastest growing company
In the
in the
world.
world right now. We're number 13 in the direct selling news, direct selling news, DSN. And then what David has in store, which we'll learn more about in the upcoming months, but what he has in store for us is incredible. And it's not only just going to help humanity and help us live and change the way we age, but it's also going to help our planet. And that is really important because we have issues when it comes to that right now, when it comes to our planet and the health of our planet. So David has some things in store that are going to help with that as well. So the sky's the limit. I mean, if you have a heart and you want to help people and you want to be a part of a community that's like-minded, positive energy, positive vibes, just
I,
wants to make the world a better place. You know, you
yes.
can't be in a better position, in a better company. And it all starts with the leader, and that's David Schmidt. David Schmidt truly is an incredible human being, incredible inventor, visionary. And this is by far, I'm not going to say we're a perfect company, but it is the best company that I have ever been a part of. And it's pretty darn close to perfect. In my eyes, it's perfect, but I know there's probably some things that aren't so perfect.
Maybe we should make a clone of David Schmidt so we can get
Oh,
two
right.
times faster.
He probably is working on that, right? I
And I
know.
always say we need to go back to the nature. We coming from nature, we need to coming
Yeah.
back to nature. So,
And that's what David does. He
mm,
looks to nature and God for his inspiration. And that's the best place to get it. And the water, the stories again from the water is incredible. So I can't wait for you guys to get that, which I'm hoping is going to be real soon.
and we get information that it maybe next year, after summer, I think it will come to Europe because when
Yeah.
we will need to build or in infrastructure for service and delivery, so it takes time. And in Europe, all these regulations and laws and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
bureaucracy, you know, the papers work.
Yeah. Well, David will make it happen.
Yes, yes, I know.
I
I for
know he
sure,
wants you guys to have it for sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Kristie, it was very, very pleasure to have you here this evening in this channel with me and showing the people the light and showing the people that they have opportunity, they have choice, and they can live long, live well, and they can do whatever they want if they have that kind of freedom. So thank you very much, Kristie. Of course, if you are in Europe, you can visit us. You will always welcome with your
I
husband.
love that. Thank you. And likewise. And you guys will be forever friends. You know, we met a couple weeks ago and we'll be lifelong friends. I'm very grateful and thankful. And, you know, this company is offering hope to so many people. So thank you for doing this channel and for getting the word out and sharing the light with others.
You know, my plan is like maybe a travel 1 year to move away from Norway and like, you know, visiting our friends, our brand partners, and just, you know, traveling around the world and meet the
Oh,
beautiful people and share this beautiful message.
yes, absolutely. I can see it. So come by Arizona and visit me.
For
Do
sure.
it in the summer or the fall or spring. I'm sorry, do it in the fall, winter, or spring. It's hot right now.
I know, I know. You know, summer in Norway, you need to come. Beautiful.
Oh, that's
Long
amazing.
days, beautiful nature, it's not so hot. So I always work summer in Norway because you don't need to have another place. This is beautiful.
Oh, that's good.
So
Yeah.
if you want to visit Norway, come in the summer and we can come in the winter to Arizona. You have a lot of snow?
No, no snow.
No snow.
No.
No, Arizona, no snow. Yes, of course.
And up north we have snow, but not where I live in the valley.
Okay, okay.
No snow.
But you have two opportunities. Nice summer in Norway or skiing or snowboarding also. We have a lot of snow, a lot of places where we can enjoy the winter.
Wow, that's wonderful. Well, I look forward to that. Let's make it a plan.
Yes. We
Well,
actually will make it plan right now. So, yes, we're gonna see together in Anaheim.
yes, absolutely. I'm excited. That's going to be
Anaheim.
fun.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
we'll see
Have
you
a nice
soon.
day. We have a evening
Yes.
in our region. So see you next time and
Bye. Thank you
bye
so
bye.
much. Take care.